as I got older, I would know more. And that has proven to be true. I know now things that my childish mind could not even to comprehend. I have gotten older, and so I know more. But the opposite of that is also true. As I know more, I am becoming more aware of the things I do not know. Life seems to work like that. For every answer that we get, there is always at least another question. Human life is a continuing search for truth and answers. The wise men of today's gospel and the way the gospel presents them, it conveys a beautiful notion of searching. They tell us that they went to Jerusalem to pay homage to a new born Jewish king. But they came from outside Jewish race and religion. They also said that they had seen his star rising in the east. They followed him. They followed it and were searching for the newborn King of the Jews. But that explanation does very little to explain the mystery. What kind of a star did they follow? How did they know that the star represented a newborn king of the Jews? Was the star near to the earth so that they could follow it to a specific house? Obviously, the purpose of this story is not to give us all the answers. The purpose of this story is to tell us that God makes himself known in different ways and to imbue our minds and hearts with a sense of wonder. The wise men certainly had that experience. They set out looking for a king born of royal lineage. Instead, they found a boy born of peasant stock. I'm sure they expected the Jewish nation to celebrate the birth of their new king, and they found a people oblivious of what has taken place in their midst. I'm sure what they all expected and what they encountered was totally different It does not pretend to answer all of our questions. It does not attempt to explain everything. But what it does is this: it gives us a gleam of light like the rising star. And those who are willing to follow it will encounter wonderful things like the three wise men of today's gospel. And the same thing happens in our lives. No. For us to say that we know Christ is at best only a partial truth. Most of us just know enough to admit we do not know much. St. Paul, who had been a disciple of Christ for many years, said the following things: "Oh, the depths of the riches and wisdom and knowledge of God! How unsearchable his judgment, and how inscrutable his ways." Today is the first weekend of a brand new year. We go out and look into the future, but we do not go with dread. The mystery of life is not of dread and fear, but of hope and courage. Let us approach the coming year with courage and hope, knowing that Christ will be with us